Give it to me straight, Doc.
You broke both your legs. Do you have your healthcare set up?
No, I don't, and I need to take it out of my retirement now.
Probably should have started investing sooner.
Yeah, that's right, but I didn't know how to.
My name's Ayler,
I'm Aiden.
and this is our retirement plan investment video. Listen up carefully, because this could come in use in your future. And as Aiden and I were preparing to create this video, we realized that we had the perfect interview subject, my grandma. And my grandma taught me one key thing: start investing as soon as you can. Her issue was she didn't even start preparing for retirement until she was at retirement age. Her and her husband really never thought about it. They thought that they would continue making money, and then they always thought that their future selves will have to worry about it. And my grandma, she actually was very insightful in her interview. The first thing that she told me was, for all you 18-year-olds out there with a job, start investing now, because every year that you invest, the more that you will get out of your investments. And she taught me three main things: mutual funds, 401ks, and IRAs. These are all different ways of investing for your retirement. The first and most simple one is a 401k. This is a company situated retirement investing plan. It is essentially where a section of your paycheck, if your employer offers this, is taken away, put into a retirement fund in which your investment will either most of the time double, if not triple in size by the time you retire. And an IRA is an individually funded retirement account. Essentially, all that this is you are putting your money in. You have to take accountability for this. You take sections of your money, and either on a bi-monthly or a biannual basis, you put all your money into this account, and it is much like a 401k. You just can't put as much money in, and you can't get as much money out. That is why a 401k, for many people, could be seen as better than an individual IRA. The last one is mutual funds. This is where your employer, rather than just putting it into one 401k, will invest in the stock market. They'll invest in individual stocks, and it's more of a personalized 401k where you can choose where your money is going. It might be a little bit riskier, but you can reap a lot more for what you put in.
There are different types of 401ks. There is a Roth 401k and a regular 401k. The big difference between the two is that Roth 401k is funded by after-tax dollars, and it can be withdrawn tax-free at retirement age, while regular 401k allows you to contribute before taxes and taxed at withdrawals at retirement age.
But Aiden, what if I lose my job and can't hold on to my 401k?
I'm so glad you asked, Taylor. That's why there's such thing as a rollover IRA.
And a rollover IRA is quite simple. It's for when you lose your job. That nice, sweet little 401k with that really nice and low, relatively, tax rate will be rolled over into an individual retirement account. This IRA is called a rollover IRA. It's for in the time period until you find your next job, until your next 401k will be instated. During this period, all the money that you put into the 401k will just be transferred to an IRA where you can't pay as much and you can't get as much for that short period of time. However, you will be taxed on that money as the same as when you first set up your 401k, which is a lot less as if you had to restart with an IRA all over again.
Ayler, what are other ways I could save for my retirement?
I do to invest in an exchange-traded fund. That is essentially a stock. While this can be riskier, as in it's sort of like gambling. You don't really know how the stock market's going to flow, but over the course of from when you start working to retirement age, it genuinely goes up. That you can invest in different types of funds. You can get a stockbroker for this to make it a less risky transaction. But for the very baseline, you should at least have a 401k or an IRA, as these two types of funds will always set you up the best. However, you can also go off of a defined benefit plan. This is called a pension. This is for if you don't really need a 401k or an IRA after this. This is for your government types of jobs. This is where you get a specific amount of money from your paycheck, or not even from your paycheck, from the government, derived to your retirement. This is essentially you are getting paid for when you retire. It's a payment for your service. This is meant for firefighters, policemen, city workers, government officials, and all that this does is it allows them to have the security of mind of not having to worry about the retirement almost at all. And one of the biggest things, Mr. Kelemen, is there's pension for teachers.
Now that you've done all this preparation for retirement, there are still things that you need to worry about. Once you reach retirement age, which is around 59 and a half, you need to start withdrawing money at a certain rate, which is called R&D. But if you want to withdraw your money before 59 and a half, there is an early withdrawal fee, which can be up to 10% tax on what you withdraw.
And one of the biggest things about these RMDs, the required minimum distribution, is the fact that you have to take out X amount of money each month. This money won't go to your will. This money won't go to your children. The 401ks and Roth IRAs are specifically meant for you. This isn't so that you can create wealth disparities in the future. This is so that you have retirement. So each and every month, you have to take out X amount of money, and this is set up so that you use up all of your money by the time you die. Now, Aiden and I know you probably weren't paying attention to all of that, but it does matter. You don't end up like my grandma. These retirement plans, while they might seem silly, they are probably the most important thing that you can do. The second you get a job, you should get one. These 401ks, they can set you up for life. If you go into retirement with only a couple thousand in your savings account, shocker, it takes a lot more than that to exist. Just to like get your basic food and housing covered, it will take around probably a couple thousand at minimum per year. And this is a huge thing. Around 40% of Americans haven't prepared for retirement. They can't afford their medical bills. They can't afford their food. They can't afford their housing. They are relying on the state. A huge percentage of them go homeless. And the biggest thing is that at the end of the day, you should set up a 401k. You should set up an IRA. And most of the time, you should do this second you get a job. Take it from my grandma. You don't want to be working into retirement age, and it's really important. One of the biggest things is that a 401k is a little bit more solid than an IRA. A 401k gives you consistent returns. All they have to do is set up your job. And this IRA, it's independent. You don't have to worry quite as much about your money going in, but you don't get as big of returns. So try and get a job with 401k. It's really simple. It's just these simple steps that you can take towards building the building blocks of your retirement funds.
Money is also important in case something bad happens, like an accident. If your house catches on fire, if your car breaks down, or if you fall down and break your leg, you need enough money to fund yourself after that fact. Another way that we mentioned that you can prepare for that is taking risks. Not too many, but not too little, such as investing in property or investing in stocks.
Well, retirement planning is just really important.
Yes, very important. Okay.